Good morning, and welcome back to the Great Karna Studio. My name is Chris Craig, and this October, I'm diving deep into Inktober. 31 droids, 31 days, all in ink. Join me as I explore new ideas, push my creativity, and see where the ink leads us. Our prompt for this morning is rivals. I'll be taking the idea and turning it into an ink drawing with my own twist. Without any further ado, let's get it.
Since the dawn of civilization, rivalry has been the spark that shaped nations, fueled ambition, and unleashed conflict. Whether over land, honor, or power, rivals have stood face to face, and too often, their disputes were settled not with words, but with swords. Rivalry is as old as humanity itself. In the earliest tribes, it was a contest for survival, over food, territory, and dominance. But as societies grew, so too did the need for structured combat. By the Bronze Age, the sword emerged, not just as a weapon, but as a symbol of rivalry made flesh. Across cultures, swords became the ultimate arbiter of honor. In Rome, gladiators fought rival gladiators to thrill the crowds. In Japan, samurai faced their enemies blade to blade, where skill and discipline determined fate. And in medieval Europe, knights dueled for loyalty, prestige, and sometimes the favor of a king. The sword was more than iron, it was reputation, legacy, and justice in a single strike. By the Renaissance, rivalry shifted from the battlefield to the duel. When words failed, steel spoke. From Parisian courtyards to English countryside fields, nobles and gentlemen drew their swords to defend their names. These encounters were bound by strict codes of honor, rules that transformed personal grudges into ritualized combat. A rivalry could end with a wound, a death, or sometimes, reconciliation born of bloodshed. Even as firearms rose to dominance, the sword remained a potent symbol of rivalry. Officers carried sabers as badges of rank. Revolutionaries wielded blades as emblems of defiance. In every age, the sword represented the line between rivalries of thought and rivalries of action. Today, few rivalries are decided with sharpened steel. Swords survive in ceremony, sport, and story. But their legacy endures, reminding us that rivalry once meant standing face to face, with only courage and a blade between survival and defeat. The history of rivalry is written in fire, forged in steel, and remembered in the clash of swords. Though we now seek peace in words, the echoes of those battles remind us of the price of honor, and the weight of rivalry.
That's it for today's Inktober drawing. I hope you enjoyed this drawing as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. If you're participating in Inktober, let me know in the comments below how you are tackling today's prompt. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe so you won't miss out on any other Inktober videos I upload. Take care and I'll see you tomorrow for another Inktober drawing.